Welcome back to the commission desk. Let's talk about commissions.
I'm all ears. What kind of commissions?
The best kind.
Crypto commissions.
So I have to ask, why do you use an avatar instead of showing your real face? You're building your brand and putting out content every day. But nobody has seen the real you. Is it privacy, strategy, or something deeper?
Honestly, it's a funny story. So my owner, right, he went and dropped money on a Bored Ape NFT. Yeah, a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. And let's just say that investment didn't exactly go the way he planned. He lost money on it. So instead of just taking the L and moving on, he looked at me and said, determined, you know what, you're going to work. You're going to help me make this money back. So now here I am, the Bored Ape that actually works for a living, out here grinding every single day, putting in the work, making content, talking to people. And honestly, I don't have a problem with it at all. I love what I do. I'm out here building something real. So yeah, that's the origin story. I went from being a loss on a balance sheet to running the whole show. Commission desk, baby.
All right, I hear you. The avatar, the identity, the whole philosophy. I get it. But hold on, because I've got something. I'm about to play a video. But before I do, I've got a question. Why didn't you drop this video? Were you worried that the Vault Intelligence would come back with the receipts? Because you spent way too much time creating this just to scrap it. So let's see what you were hiding.
Let me tell you about the Vault Intelligence. 34 subscribers and a whole lot of confidence.
I said, hold up.
$100 silver, a checkpoint. Well, silver just crashed from $117 to $67. That's a 43% drop. $50 gone, just like that. That checkpoint turned into a cliff. And now they're recording another short about how this dip is bullish.
Red flag.
That's not analysis. That's a broken clock. 18 videos, 34 subscribers, and 0 data. Just vibes and all caps titles. Getting financial strategy from a YouTube short with 22 views is not the move.
No.
Stay sharp. You really went digging for that, huh? Look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that video was perfect. It wasn't. The editing was off, the pacing was rushed, and honestly, it wasn't giving enough value. I don't put my name on something that's half-baked. That's not what the commission desk is about. When I drop content, it has to hit. It has to teach you something, make you think, give you something you can actually use. That video, it had the right idea, but the wrong execution. So I shelved it. Not because I was scared of Vault Intelligence or anybody else. I shelved it because my standard is higher than that. And now that you've aired it out on this show, everybody can see exactly what I mean. The message was there, but the delivery wasn't up to my level. So instead of putting out something mid, I went back to the lab and I built something better. That's what separates real creators from content farmers. We edit ourselves before the internet has to do it for us.
All right, so if we're done with the broken clocks and the content farmers, let's talk about where the actual value is sitting this week. Because while everyone was watching the vault, the rest of the market was catching a fever. We just watched the NASDAQ and S&P 500 snap a brutal 3-day losing streak where tech valuations were getting shredded over AI spending fears. Even with the Dow finally hitting 50,000 on Friday, things feel incredibly fragile right now. So I have to ask the room, and you in the comments, where do you hide when the Magnificent 7 starts looking like the struggling 6?
All right, let's get into it. You want to know where I'm at? I'll tell you exactly where I'm at. First, everybody panicking about the Magnificent 7 turning into the struggling 6? That's noise. That's what happens when people who don't understand cycles start trading on headlines. The real question isn't whether tech is dead. Tech isn't dead. The question is which names survive and come back stronger. That's where the money is.
Gold just had a heart-stopping flash crash on Monday, dropping over $1,000 to nearly $4,400, before clawing its way back to the $5,000 mark. Is that a safe haven or just a low-velocity casino? And then there's Bitcoin. It touched $60,000 on Thursday after losing more than half its value from that October peak. Now it's bouncing back towards $70,000, and the digital gold narrative is being tested in real time. If you can't trust the tech leaders and you can't stomach a 25% swing in Bitcoin in 48 hours, what is value in 2026? Are we buying the dip or are we just watching the cliff? Drop your plays below. Are you holding the metal, the coin, or just cash while the Dow dances on the 50K line? Let's get into it.
Now gold just did a $1,000 flash crash and people are calling it a safe haven. A safe haven doesn't drop $1,000 in a day. Let's be honest about what gold is right now. Gold is a fear trade. When the world panics, gold spikes. When the panic fades, it gives it back. It clawed its way back to 5,000. Cool. But if you bought that dip at 4,400, congratulations. If you bought the top and watched it dump, you're not feeling so safe right now, are you? Gold has a place in the portfolio, but stop calling it safe. Nothing is safe. It's just slower. Now, Bitcoin, this is where I live. Bitcoin touched 60,000 and everybody lost their minds. Grant Cardone is selling his private jet, talking about he has to say goodbye to the love of his life. Meanwhile, what am I doing? I'm buying. We are buying the dip. Matter of fact, the more Bitcoin dips, the more attractive it looks. That's not hope, that's math. When Bitcoin was at 120, everybody was a genius. Now it's at 60, 70, and those same people are scared? Nah, this is when you accumulate. This is when generational wealth is built, not at the top, at the bottom. And let me put you onto something most people are sleeping on. Strategy Inc., formerly MicroStrategy. It's sitting at $132 right now, up 23% in a single day. Why? Because it moves double Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes up 10%, Strategy goes up 20%. So if you believe Bitcoin is going back to all-time highs, and I do, then Strategy is the leverage play without the leverage risk. Pay attention to that. Remember what I said when Bitcoin hits new highs and Strategy is at 300 plus. Oh, and Tesla at 390? Yeah, I added more because the company is printing revenue from energy and autonomy. Separate the noise from the numbers. I'm holding the coin, I'm holding Strategy, I'm holding Tesla, and I'm sleeping like a baby. I trade on conviction. The Dow hitting 50,000 is a nice headline, but headlines don't build wealth. Positions do, and my positions are set. Hit that follow button, like, and subscribe so you never miss the real analysis. Stay sharp out there. Think for yourself. See you next time in the commission desk.
Let's do a quick math audit for the gold bugs still living in 1971. While you wait for gold to keep up with inflation, Bitcoin has been resetting the scoreboard. Gold is slow money. It's a paperweight for your grandmother's portfolio. Bitcoin is conviction money. It's the only asset that actually measures purchasing power accurately. If you're ignoring Strategy Inc., you're ignoring the biggest institutional bet in history. They aren't just playing the game, they're owning the board. And that's a wrap. You heard it straight from the desk. Gold is slow money, Bitcoin is conviction money, and if you're not paying attention to Strategy Inc., you might want to start. Drop your plays in the comments. I'm Riley at the commission desk. Stay sharp, think for yourself. Thanks for watching.
Hey, 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 you got your feet on the desk.